Welcome back. The Uttarakhand tragedy has become a blame game between various agencies and the government. The NDMA, the IMD, the ISRO now, and the Centre and the Uttarakhand government are all charging each other with negligence. Yet no one is calling for an investigation into what and who really went wrong. There is no question of fixing any accountability either.
What you just saw could have been avoided. The blame game continues, but it is a cold consolation to the people who have died on the slippery slopes. Cloudburst is a natural phenomena, but in this case, the damage was worsened by the sheer lack of coordination between the various agencies meant for forewarning the nation of adverse weather conditions. The Met Department claims that the adequate warning was issued in time, but the National Disaster Management claims that the predictions were merely about heavy rainfall and nothing about cloudburst. Officials part of the National Institute of Disaster Management feel that the Indian Space and Research Organization, that ISRO, faltered by not issuing a warning on ice formation at the Kedar Dome Lake.
Data could have been easily processed by IMD and ISRO together and coordinate all this activity beforehand, so that this information can reach to the people in real time, and which has got more real worth.
Three of the agencies meant for predicting and issuing such weather warnings are headed by the Prime Minister. The information was there, but no one bothered to flag it. The warnings were loud and clear, but none followed them up, and naturally failed to forward it to the concerned people. If the warnings had come in time, the government could have halted the yatras. The shoddy system and lack of protocol has let the people down yet again. ISRO, for that matter, is yet to answer on what stopped it from being proactive.
I think it's not very fair to put blame on certain other agencies. ISRO has its own mandate. Different institutions have their own mandate. I think it's the time to integrate and seek cooperation.
But the need of the hour is a proper probe to pin accountability for the lapses so that such disasters do not happen again. Bureau Report, News X.
Shailesh Naik, the Secretary of the Ministry of Earth Sciences, tells NewsX that their forecast was clearly heavy rainfall over a long period. It was also announced in the media, but the Kedarnath Yatra was still allowed to continue. We all know that the minor oversight has cost more lives than 1,000 individuals.
The forecast we have given that very heavy rainfall is likely to occur in this region, and this, of course, we were told that it has been announced and came in some of the newspaper as well, that this is the, but probably, people may not consider that rainfall can do this much. So the yatra probably continued.
And survivors who bore the brunt of this nature's fury have indeed begun asking for a probe into why and how were warnings ignored and preventive action not taken. Let's listen in.
सरकार पहले बोलना था ये वेयर अच्छा नहीं है बोले तो इतना सरकार का कुछ तो भी होने दो, और अपन का आदमी मिसिंग हो रहा जो है ये 15 दिन से देख रहे अपन, हमारा लोग आते बोल के अभी तो कुछ तो खबर नहीं आया। किसको सरकार तो एक ही प्रार्थना कर दो, सरकार से मेरे को कुछ भी भरोसा नहीं है। मिलिट्री वालों से एक ही प्रार्थना कर दूं कि जो भी उधर फंसे हुए हैं कैसा भी उन लोगों को निकालने के लिए जल्दी से जल्दी कोशिश करिए।
Political parties back at work. BJP has slammed the Uttarakhand government on system failures in the Uttarakhand floods. Let's also listen to what the BJP is saying.
We have restrained our comments essentially for the fact that we want to see each and every survivor is saved and comes out of the places where he is stranded. But it seems that Congress has no patience for this. They are into blame game, and we must tell you very clearly that there are many issues which we will be raising. like when the state government was forewarned.
How the material, equipment and various other issues were ignored. So under these circumstances we can't pin the blame on one or the other, but it is a collective failure of all these administrative organizations, because the early warning signals were ignored and so was everything else ignored. Under these circumstances the overall of the administrative machinery is what needs to be looked at.
On the panel tonight, joining me will be Dr. Ajit Tyagi, former Director General IMD. Also joining us will be Satpal Jain, leader of the BJP. With him will be Kishan Mitru, I beg your pardon, disaster management expert. Wing Commander Praful Bakshi is a strategic expert and a disaster management expert as well. Also KG Suresh, political analyst, is with me in the studio. Many thanks, gentlemen, for joining me on the New Next Debate. KG Suresh, would you say that the bulk of responsibility, the bulk of accountability and the bulk of the blame, if I want to use that word, I really don't want to, but I seem to be going nowhere, the bulk of the blame has to be taken by the state government, nobody else?
No, I think that a lot of, you can't blame the state government alone.
But I'm saying, should the bulk of the blame or the accountability be fixed on top of the head of Mr. Chief Minister?
Because you see, in many situations, as Mr. Bakshi rightly pointed out, they don't have statewide geographical boundaries. You have an earthquake which can hit any part of the country, and simultaneously the tsunami hit. You see, when NDMA was created, as he rightly pointed out, you see, Kosi flood was one of the initial challenges that they faced. I believe that at that time NDMA was headed by General Vij, and you see, one of the key factors was that they made recommendations, but at that time they did not have any of the resources that they now have. Imagine you have 10 battalions right now of NDRF right now. Earlier they did not have. Some of the suggestions included that there should be pre-location of forces in impending disaster zones. They were never implemented. There was a specific suggestion that a specific amount be allocated, a regular stock be maintained of tentage, of medicine, you just name it, and they should be located. There was no follow-up, there was no implementation. Absolutely nothing was followed. And now what happens at the last moment, immediately after the crisis, you start looking for all these stocks, you start sending the troops there. The NDRF, why can't the moment you get an impending warning, that very moment, if there is a pre-location, you see, there are advantages. If pre-location is there, they get acclimatized not only with the climate, the situation there, with the geographical area there, but also they are able to have a coordination with the local agencies.
Right, okay.
Suddenly you put them in one place and they don't know whom to coordinate with. I just want to add, it's very important to ensure that, why there is no regulatory mechanism when you have thousands and lakhs of people going there. Then people going to Vaishno Devi are stopped at Jammu and Katra, and similarly Amarnath pilgrims, you have Sonmarg and why can't you have similar Anantnag, why don't we have the same kind of regulation? We don't even have the actual figures of the people who have gone there.